This is WWJ Whipping with Joe from the island of Kauai, Hawaii. Anyway, Happy New Year, and this is day number 2 of 2021. Anyway, I thought I'd share this with you. I had field tested a total of 12 okumas, and I had it earlier on the page where I had 12 of them, and the cut break point, I've field tested total to date as of today basically is the last time I did the reel of the one I'm going to talk about. But anyway, I've done 12, and out of 59 reels, I thought I'd go back to the ones that's like $150 or less, and like a 4,000 or 3,000 reels, or if I could land a GT or an Ulua with it, 10 pounds and over. But I thought I'd share this with you because out of the 12 okumas, I came up to 4 finalists. The Azores was the first one they came out with. They came 2 before that. It was the Azores 40 and the 55, and then I went into this guy here. Then after that, basically, I went and go with the HSX, and then I got into the ITH, and then the last one here. I finished this morning. But anyway, I thought I'd share this with you. This is the Azores. Now, out of these 4 reels, the 4 finalists, 3 of these have the same technology, which is, this is the 2020 or whatever, 2021 machine here, just came out. What it has is, so I'm going to go back to the Inspira here, because, well, these 3 here have the same technology as the newest one, and this is the oldest one, the oldest generation. It's got the torsion control to keep it rigid. You've got the cyclonic flow rotor. That's when the water goes in there, when you start cranking, it moves the water away from the insides of the reel. Then you've got this centrifugal disc bail, and then you've got progressive drag. These 3 reels have the same technology. This one does not. The one's made for salt water is this one here, and also that one there. But I'll share this with you. Majority of the reels out of 59 would fail before 40 hours. I'm saying they were either hard to crank, roller issue, bottom of the spool is hard to crank. I mean, they got issues, but the majority of them is with a crank. Whenever you crank it, it's hard to crank, or it's cranking rough, but most of it is hard to crank, or there's a hard spot. So I'll go to the first one here. This is the one, is a Z4000. He went 42 hours before the roller bearing went bad. It's 12 ounces in weight, 6-to-1 ratio, 35 inches per crank, 28 pound drag, and I put in 180 cranks of 40 pound Power Pro. Okay. The next one is the Inspira ISX 40. That one is, I finished it this morning, was 40 hours. No issues. 10 ounces, 5-to-1 ratio, 30 inches per crank, 13 pound drag, 180 cranks of 40 pound braid. Power Pro. And we got the Helios HSX 40. This one says the S. I did not field test the S, okay? I field tested the 40 because the S was not available. But the 40 was 40 hours, not with no issues. 9 ounces, 5-to-1 ratio, 30 inches per crank, 12 pounder drag, and 180 cranks of 40 pound Power Pro. This one here I just finished, and this one is failed. The ITX 400H, 43 hours. They had a hard spot when you start cranking on the 3rd crank. It's 10 ounces in weight, 6-to-1 ratio, 37 inches per crank, 22 pound drag, and 180 cranks of 40 pound Power Pro. Now out of these 4, the one I like for durability is this guy, because that one's made for salt water. It's really solid. 12 ounces, a little heavier in weight than all of these. Now the Inspira, this is the one I would pick because it's the most affordable out of these 4 reels of this 4 finalists. This is the most inexpensive one, I'll put it that way. So you gotta get it now, because the price is gonna go up probably after this video. Anyway, then this one here, Jeff Kahn has been using it, and he said that he loves it. Works very well, and you know, he's popping. But I am popping 2-ounce lures, by the way. I only pop 2-ounce lures to see the durability of these reels. And if it can surpass 40 hours before it fails, I recommend the reel. If it can withstand over 20 hours of popping a 2-ounce lure, because I put a lot of torque on these reels. But this Helios here, out of these 4 here, is the most expensive. That's the most expensive reel on the market right now. And by the way, on these, they make, I think they got the 40, they got the 30, and the 20. I'm not sure they got a 10, but I know they got a 20, 30, and 40. And that's the only models they make for this one, sir. Like I said, and this one here, they only make 3 types. They make the 4, the 6, and the 8, and that's it. I wish they made the 5, but they don't. But, you know, you got enough line in there to actually land a GT. Because I've landed one on a 3, which was the HX40, and that was in Omilu. And that was over 10 pounds. But I did land that one there, so you know, with 40 pounds you can land them as long as you don't get cut off. But then I thought I'd share this with you. So top dog, for the price of this guy, for durability would be this guy here, because this is made solid. And then the next one would be the Helios here, and the last one would be here, this one here. It was hard to crank, but anyway, that's the issues here, and that had 43 hours. Anyway, hopefully they'll help you make a decision this year. Again, WWJ, whipping with Joe. Choo choo. Top of the 4. Oh, top of the 12. They had 12. Out of 12 came out 4, and out of 4, you can buy any one of these 4 here, but for the price, winner takes all. Aloha.